Caroline's conversation with Mary Carrillo demonstrates her awareness that life is not a sprint.
Caroline, a lot of tennis players love New York, but after 2 weeks, they're exhausted. They want to go home. They want to go on vacation. You have a place in New York
Yeah.
that you use a lot?
Yeah, I mean, I use it as much as I can. I love New York. I think it's a great city. It has a great atmosphere. I have a lot of friends there, and I really enjoy it.
Why did you, was it right away the first time you played the Open? Is it the first time you went to New York?
No, I went when I was 6 years old with my parents on vacation.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What did you do when you were 6?
We did all the touristy stuff. We went up in the old World Trade Center. We walked to the Statue of Liberty. We, walked all the way up to Central Park and down, and we did everything. It was fun.
So you knew then that like this was your kind of a city?
Yeah, I always knew that I loved New York, and I told my parents pretty early on. I said, one day when I can afford it, I'll buy a place there, and sure enough, I did.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
And you designed it all yourself?
I did, yeah. I mean, I had a little bit of help, but I had a lot of things that I wanted there, and I know what I like, so.
Because you seem to be around for Fashion Week and for, even in the winter, I've seen photos of you being there in the wintertime as well.
I really enjoy it. Also in the wintertime, with all the Christmas decorations up and the winter shopping and snow, it's perfect to me.
At this time last year, you were ranked about 70 spots lower than you are right now. Did you know you were going to have that kind of a U.S. Open, that you were going to have that kind of a fall, winning 2 events? And did you sense that these wins were going to start coming?
I think you never really know anything, but I was hitting it really well in practice, and every time I was, playing practice sets, I was winning them and doing so pretty convincingly. So, I mean, I knew I was playing well, and I was just hoping it was a matter of time before it really got out.
You got yourself to the semis.
Mm-hmm.
Kerber, you finally lost to Angie Kerber.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I had Taylor Townsend. We had a tough match in the first round. I won 6-4 in the third. I didn't really play that well, but she really made me feel like I didn't get any rhythm from her, and she played well. And then, I beat Kuzi in the second round, being down 4-0 in the first set. And I was thinking to myself, I'm playing well here, I don't know, maybe she's just that much better. I was just kind of thinking to myself, you just got to keep grinding, keep just trying out there. And
down 2 breaks, you still knew that you had form.
Yeah, I mean, I was playing well, so I was like, either she's maybe the top 10 at the moment is just so much better than me, or I just have to keep digging in here.
And then you beat Madison Keys.
Yeah, Madison was playing really well as well and on a roll, and yeah, that was a good win as well.
And then you take Hong Kong, and then you win Tokyo.
A thrilling encounter that does the WTA proud in so many ways, but it's Caroline Wozniacki in the end who prevails. She is coming back in a big way.
Now you're ranked 5 in the world. I mean, that's pretty good, because it sounded like that was a fairly serious injury you had.
Yeah, I think when I came into the doctor, he was kind of like, yeah, I have good news and bad news. And I was like, okay, what's the good news? He goes, well, the good news is if you didn't wear a brace when you rolled the ankle, your foot, like the bone would have been sticking out of your foot right now. I was like, oh, that's great news. I was like, then I don't really want to know the bad news.
What did he say the bad news was?
Well, the bad news was just that literally I would have to have an operation. And obviously with ankle operations and getting everything properly put together, it never really gets back to full function. I mean, already now I tape my ankles every day, and if I would play tennis without my tapes, I wouldn't really be able to perform at 100%.
You got to the final of the U.S. Open one year. You've had either great runs or you lose early. Can you tell going in what kind of a U.S. Open you're going to throw down?
No, I mean, I think I've had some great runs in the U.S. Open. I love it there, and I've won some great matches and have fond memories. So every year I go in and I just hope for the best and hope that I can play really well.
You've played Serena there a couple of times, and they've been good matches. And what is nice about watching you two go up against each other, we all know how close you two have become. Mm-hmm. So there's some real And yet you play well against her. It's not like you just cave in. That's kind of nice to watch. But my question to you is, are you going to be one of those impossible aunties when her baby shows up? Are you going to be the kind of aunt that gives the baby a condo, for instance?
You know, she's already put down ground rules for me. You know, she doesn't really trust me in some ways. You know, she knows I love my candy. And
you're going to be terrible.
And she tells me that she doesn't eat it, but yet when I have a bowl at home, all of a sudden I'm like, wait, what happened to the candy? And sure enough, she will have some, you know, when I don't look. So she told me no candy around the kids, and kids, hopefully, you know, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of kids coming in my family and close friends, so you know, I just have to smuggle the candy around.
You're going to be impossible. This is going to be big news when this shows up.
Yeah, it's amazing, and I'm so happy for her, and you know, it's going to be great. It's such a big part of life, and you know, I think she will be a great mom.
Weren't you surprised? You were as surprised as all of us, weren't you?
Yeah, I mean, but I was so happy for her. It's not like, you know, they're 20 years old and didn't know what to do, you know. So I mean, at this point, they're both ready. They're a great couple, and they're gonna be amazing parents.
You went to Aga's wedding. Mm-hmm. There were some very pretty pictures of that. Is it interesting because you've spent so much time with these people to see
crazy.
Their lives changing like that?
Yeah, I think I just kind of woke up one day, not that long ago, a few weeks ago, and I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. You know, brother's having a baby. Ago's getting married. My best friends are getting married or are married or having babies. I'm like, what is going on? I was just like, it's crazy. We used to just hang out and no worries, no nothing, and all of a sudden everybody is becoming parents, and it's such a happy time right now. So, yeah, I'm very happy to be an auntie, and I'm looking forward to my duties. You know?
I'm looking.
The great thing for me is that once the baby, you know, starts crying, I've spent a couple of days, I can just give them back to their parents.
I know that routine. I know. You have had some terrific. You've been in 6 finals already this year, and you've gone up against Pliskova a couple of times, Svitolina a couple of times. The Miami lost to Joe Conta, who played a great tournament there. We're talking about names of players in the absence of Serena. What is it about these kind of players? I mean, this fight for number one has got to be a cool time.
It's cool, definitely. You know, it's a fun time for me. I've played through a couple of generations, I suppose, and you know, just keep being out here and keep grinding and keep trying to do my best. This is really a lot of fun, and you know, also, you know, you have the young players like Pliskova and Svitolina, but then, and CC Bellis is up and coming. She's playing really well, but then, you know, you also have Venus still playing and making finals of slams, and you know, playing really well. I think it's a fun time. You didn't used to see that, you know, even 10 years ago. You know, at 25, 26, you were considered old, and you know, everyone was asking you about your retirement. And now, you know, at 37, you can still be playing. It's pretty impressive.
What has Sasha been telling you to do to your game this year? I mean, here's a guy who's been around for an awful long time as well, and he's had some great success.
Yeah, he's just been good and positive, you know, and yeah, he's been giving me some good balls and hitting the balls hard, you know, for me to be ready when I play against the big hitters. And I think
there's a lot of them.
Yeah, and I think it's important, you know, it's important to be ready for especially the first few shots when they come out shooting at you. So I think that's really helped.
He's coached players who are more aggressive than you by nature. Is he trying to get you to do that, or is he basically trying to say, take that stuff and get it back?
Yeah, not really. I just do my thing, and you know, I think at this point of my career and this age, you know, you can't really change my playing style. I go from defense to offense to defense, and that's something I'm really good at, and I think I just need to keep doing that.
You are very good at that, and now you're up to 5 in the world. Congratulations on this comeback. Good luck to you.
Thanks.
Always good to hear